Do not become discouraged if you can't learn how to control your thoughts and your emotions your first go around. It takes practice, and that's what we're learning in Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill's. Chapter 4, we're studying autosuggestion this week. If you missed any of the past lessons, I'm just starting from the first of the chapter and I'm working my way through and we're kind of going over it together. So autosuggestion is a suggestion from yourself to yourself. Affirmations work the same way, mantras, things that we repeat over and over and over. Remember, we're doing this 24/7. Self-talk, the thoughts that are on repeat, unconscious most of the time, they just come across our experience as feeling. Do you feel good most of the time? Do you feel high energy? Do you have high vibration thoughts? Thoughts that carry, every thought's a seed, thoughts that carry really good, energetic fruit, positive fruit that makes this vessel, this garden really thrive? Or are they seeds of a lower nature, weed seeds that choke you, that strangle you, that are dry and just take out all the life of the garden? What thoughts are you planting in your subconscious mind? Remember, your mind is a garden, your thoughts are seeds. You can grow flowers or you can grow weeds. This is the diagram that I use for the mind. Think of this big circle here, like you have a big old, head and a little stick figure body. There's two parts of your mind. The first part is your thinking conscious mind, and the bottom part is your feeling, emotional, subconscious mind. These are the two parts we're working with. This is the fertile soil. This is where the seeds are. Every thought is a seed. And what you think over and over and over and over and repeat or get emotionally involved with gets planted in that garden of your mind, the subconscious mind. And once it's here, it will affect your physical body. And depending on that, you will act. Depending on how you act, those are the results you'll get. So think about all the results in your life and just reverse engineer it. All the results in your life are a reflection of the thoughts you think. Well, how do we get these thoughts? We can either generate them or choose them. That's living from the inside out. Or if we're just a victim to life and we live by default, we're just letting all of the thoughts from the outside world come in through our 5 physical senses: see, hear, smell, taste, touch. From our 5 physical senses, we just receive information, and that causes brain activity. But brain activity does not constitute thinking. That is not real thinking. That's just reacting. 95% of people, don't quote me on it, but I'm just saying, 8 people out of 10 live this way. The majority, that's why the 1 or 2% really thrive in this world. In the world, the majority of other people just acquiesce to what's given because we're taught to. This is how we kind of wake up to our true power and how we can control. Napoleon Hill goes on to say, you will get no appreciable results until you learn to reach your subconscious mind with thoughts or spoken words which have been well emotionalized with belief. We left off yesterday saying affirmations, mantras, autosuggestions. If you want to change something and repeat something to yourself, it might start as a lie at first, like day by day in every way, I'm getting better and better. That's that famous Emile Quay quote. But he was saying, you can repeat that all day long till you're blue in the face. But if you don't feel it, if you don't get emotionally involved and drop it down to the subconscious part in your heart, let it get under your skin, believe, clothe the thought, the new thought that you want, the positive seed thought, clothe it with emotion. Close your eyes, shut off all of those 5 senses. Go within. This is a self-study program. Life is a self-study program. Nobody can do it for us, but the world continues to lure us outside thinking that they have the answer. These people are experts. You are the expert of your own life. You have the power, but we must go within to find it. So we must, whatever we want to change, get a mantra, get an auto suggestion, repeat it to yourself how you really want it to be. The results are different right now. It's like, oh girl, I don't like what's going on out here, but I really want it to be this way. So repeat it to yourself as if that's how it is. Don't let those parts of your subconscious mind come in and start saying, oh yeah, right, that's not how it is. You're an idiot. Oh my gosh, you're just daydreaming over here. Anything that is out here as a result in this world was created from our thoughts. It was created from the unseen. That's how things manifest. Manifestation is simply things coming from the unseen world to the seen world. This cup was a manifestation. I mean, seriously, I don't know who decided to do these, little mason jars with, you can keep hot drinks in here or cold drinks. But my mom painted this, not on this cup, but it was a digital piece of art. Actually, she painted it on a piece of paper. She uploaded it onto some sort of art thing and then printed it and then used this machine to put it on here. I mean, it was an idea in her head and now it's on the cup. I mean, it's trippy. This is how manifestation works. Everything in life. Napoleon Hill says, do not become discouraged if you cannot control and direct your emotions the first time you try to do so. Remember that there is no such possibility as something for nothing. Ability to reach and influence your subconscious mind has its price, and you must pay that price in energy, in time, in effort. You cannot cheat even if you desire to do so. The price of ability to influence your subconscious mind is everlasting persistence in applying the principles described here. You cannot develop the desired ability for a lower price. We can't cut corners. There is no hack. It's like when somebody wants to get in shape and they go to a trainer or a fitness guru, and this person has it together. They have just, their body is just in prime peak performance shape. And the person goes to them and wants a hack or wants to quick fix it. Like, this person is just going to look at them like there is no quick fix. You just have to put the time in, the consistency, be persistent, and put the effort in day by day. And if you focus on that, you will reach high peak performance, physical, wellness and health. It's just the law. It really is. You can't develop the desired ability for any lower price. And you alone must decide whether or not the reward for which you are striving, the money consciousness, the health consciousness, the relationship consciousness, is worth the price you must pay for it in effort. Only you can decide that. Is this worth it? What I want, what I dream, how I want to make this change. Is it worth your persistence, time, energy? Is it worth the cost? Only you can decide that. Wisdom and cleverness alone will not attract and retain money, except in a few very rare instances where the law of averages favors the attraction of money through these sources. The method of attracting money described here does not depend upon the law of averages. Moreover, the method plays no favorites. It will work for one person as effectively as it will for another. When failure is experienced, it is the individual, not the method, which has failed. When failure is experienced, I always like to use the gym and physical weight because that's something everybody can relate to. When we fail, when we don't reach our weight goal, or we don't, lose the weight, or we don't gain the muscle, when we fail at that, it's our fault. It's the individual's fault. It's not the gym or the workout method. Because if we do it, the proper method, but if it's like the gym doesn't fail. The gym has all the equipment we need. We just have to go in and do it. So we can't blame the gym. Usually it's not us. We're not getting in the gym. We're not doing it consistently. We're not changing our eating habits, whatever it is. So when we experience failure, it's not the method's fault. It's our own fault, which we're the ones that failed. If you try and fail, make another effort, and still another, and another, and another, and another, and another, and another, until you succeed. That's why I love that message of, and it's semantics. I know what people mean when they say, don't have a plan B. Don't have a plan B. But I think that kind of screws with us a little bit, because we might need a lot of different plans. We might need plan B, C, D, E, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, all the way through the alphabet. Try every plan, because the plan we're on might not be working. That was definitely the case for me. I kept running into the window over and over and over, that great story in U squared. We will die if we keep trying to go one way. This is the plan. I can't have a plan B. This is what I'm doing. Well, if it's not working, get another plan. Just don't have a goal B. Don't have a dream B. And I think that's what that saying really means. But words are powerful, and the way our mind takes those words is, well, I can't deviate. I can't make another plan because I'm not supposed to have plan B, then that's failure. Have all the plans you want. Have all the plans you want. Just don't have a dream for your life that is subpar or that is settling. Keep the big goal, keep the big dream. Have that always be your dream A, goal A, never let it go, but have all the plans you want. Your ability to use the principle of autosuggestion will depend very largely upon your capacity to concentrate upon a given desire until that desire becomes a burning obsession. This is the power of the will. I talked a little bit about how we have those 5 physical senses: see, hear, smell, taste, touch on our animal body. But what makes human beings the apex creature? It's our higher intellectual faculties, our ability to imagine, to create, to think, to remember things. And so those 6 higher faculties are perception, our ability to see things differently, the same thing, but change our perception of it. Perception is everything. That will dictate our experience, the way we're looking at it. Perception. The will, our ability to focus on one thing, focus our mind on one thing to the exclusion of everything else. Eye on the prize, our will, the muscle of the will, not willpower, but the will to hold an image on the screen of your mind, no matter what else is going on, the will. So perception, the will, reason, our faculty of reason, our ability to think, originally think, not just take information, but to really sit there and contemplate, to think things over. To think it's taxing. It can be very tiring to think. How many times do you have to sit and think about that? Oh, I got to take some time to think on this one. I need a couple days. I need to think about this. I've been thinking a lot. It's draining. It takes effort to think. Thinking does not come easily. When we have those thoughts running around in our head, that mental activity, that's not thinking. That is literally just us taking in information from the outside world from our 5 senses. So, reason, to think. Okay. So then we have memory, our ability to recall information, to learn from our mistakes. Memory. What are we remembering? How are we using that tool? The good things, the bad things. How are we using it to further us along in our journey? Our memory. What do we know about life? How can we carry it into the future as helpful tools? Memory. And there's imagination, our ability to imagine, our imaging faculty. It's one of our most powerful faculties. I think the most powerful in my opinion. Imagination, it's our creative faculty. Like I said, this was an imagined, imaged in my mom's head. Image, an image in someone's mind. This pen, this iPad pen or whatever. This was an image in someone's mind, an idea, a thought, and then it came into physical form. So imagination is our creative faculty, our ability to imagine, see pictures, see things that don't exist yet, and then bring them in and then take the actions and the steps so that it does become a physical thing that I can hold in my hand. Imagination. And then there's intuition. It's that inner telephone line to information that hasn't yet manifested. When you have the feeling, it's the 6th sense. People say, when we pray, we're talking to God, but when God talks to us, it's through intuition. It's like a telephone line within us. It's like a phone booth. It's always giving us information that doesn't quite make logical sense. It doesn't make logical sense, but it's a feeling. I think it's described as intuition is our ability to decipher and decode unseen information. It's like we take on energy or vibes and we can come to certain conclusions, even though the evidence is not yet here. So for example, if somebody comes to you and they're really nice and they're dressed really sharp and they're really complimentary and just really charismatic and charming, but there's something, I don't know what it is. I don't trust this person. There's a disturbance in the force. That's intuition speaking to you like, I don't know, this isn't a good business deal. And so everyone around you, oh my gosh, look at all they've done. Look at how they present themselves. They're amazing. You're crazy if you don't take this opportunity. But inside, there's just this little red flag, this little voice, this feeling more so. I know it seems logically outside, it looks good, it feels good, or it smells good, it sounds good, but it doesn't feel good. And that's our intuition talking to us. And it doesn't always have to be bad. It just means maybe this person isn't the right one for you to go into business with or whatever. But always pay attention to your intuition. So those are the 6 higher faculties: perception, the will. Someone's calling me, decline that. Perception, the will, reason, imagination, intuition, and memory. I have a little freebie that I'm launching with my website for those 6 higher faculties. If you're interested, please message me. I'll send it to you early and you can sign up. So it's a 6-day mini course on those 6 higher faculties, which make all the difference in our life. All right. He says, when you begin to carry out the instructions in connection with the 6 steps that we talked about yesterday, it will be necessary for you to make use of the principle of concentration, the will, our ability to concentrate and focus. Let us here offer suggestions for the effective use of concentration. When you begin to carry out the first of the 6 steps, which instructs you to fix in your own mind the exact amount of money or whatever goal it is you desire, hold your thoughts on that desire, that amount of money, that weight, that trip, that loving relationship, that puppy you want, that car you want, the health you want. So fix in your own mind the exact desire. Hold your thoughts on that exact desire by concentration or fixation of attention with your eyes closed, until you can actually see the physical appearance of your desire. Here it says of your money. Do that at least once each day. As you go through these exercises, follow the instructions given in the chapter on faith, that's chapter 2, and see yourself actually in possession of your desire or of the money or of the health, whatever it is. Here is a most significant fact. Listen up. The subconscious mind takes any orders given it in a spirit of absolute faith and acts upon those orders, although the orders often have to be presented over and over and over and over and over again through repetition before they are interpreted by the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind, this fertile soil, by the repetition of the thought over and over and over and over. What repetition does is it loosens up the soil so that the seeds can fall in. Repetition over and over and over. Anything we repeat over and over and over drives a rivet in our mind. We call them neural pathways, bridges, connections, synapses, all that kind of stuff. But the things that we repeat over and over and over and over and over and over and over usually are what we've been taught in childhood or what we've been told, what's surrounding us. Choose your own. This is how we do it through autosuggestion. Choose your own messages you want to repeat over and over and over. The new pathways you want to create. Neuroplasticity. It's our ability to create new pathways. It's like a fresh lawn of green grass, and we walk across that grass, and then the grass is matted a little bit. And then we walk across it again, and it's matted even more. We keep walking across it, then 100 times. All of a sudden, the grass starts disappearing. It becomes a dirt path, a clear, well-worn path in our mind. That it's easy. Right away, our brain just wants to go down it because it's an easy path. Our brain doesn't go in the green grass automatically. We have to repeatedly, over and over and over. And when we make new paths, we'll just go on those automatically, and all the old other paths will start growing grass around them, and then they'll be green grass, the negative ones. I can never lose weight. I can never lose weight. All your family is obese or unhealthy. And that's just the pathway. This is just the way you've been taught. So that is a well-worn path. But by creating the new one, I am healthy. Day by day, I'm getting better and better. I can do this. I see myself getting emotionally involved with it. You create that new path, and this path grows over, and then it's gone. So we never get rid of that old path. It just dies off by lack of use and focusing on what we actually want. I hope that made sense. All right. He says, so do this at least once, this practice of fixing your mind, your goal. Close your eyes and repeat it over and over in your mind until you can see it and feel it and get emotionally involved. And through repetition, it gets into that subconscious mind. Here is the most significant fact. The subconscious mind takes any orders given in a spirit of absolute faith. What do you have faith in? What do you have faith in? Do you have more faith in the negative, bad things of life or the positive, good things in life? What do you have absolute faith in? You don't question it. We talked about this yesterday a little bit. It's sad that when something is positive and good and happy, we question it. Why are you so happy? What did you, what are you, a new relationship? What did you get, a raise? What did you, had a lot of coffee? Why do you feel so good? Why are you so happy? We question it. Isn't that sad? We are literally programmed to have doubt and skepticism around happiness and goodness. But when someone's grumpy or mean or mad or in a bad mood or cold, we accept it with complete faith. And of course, yeah, that's life. We have full faith in the negativity. We have full faith in the harshness of life. Is it true? Yes. But we put all of our faith in that. When someone is a butthole, we expect it. It's just the norm. That's life. Life's a bitch and then you die. It's just all this negative talk. And it's been through repetition, through ourselves, through our family, through society, through movies, TV, music. It is so deeply embedded that life is hard and crappy and a struggle and suffering. Is all of that true? Sure. But what are we living more in? The faith and the goodness? So think about that in your own life. When you're happy yourself, it's like, oh, fleeting, I better just capitalize on this happiness because it's going to go away and real life is going to set in. Or when you see somebody else happy and joyous and just so chipper, it's like, do you roll your eyes? Is it welcoming? Are you skeptical? Like, are they going to drop some bad news? Oh, they must be doing drugs. It's like we're so skeptical and we question and we don't have faith in the good, in the happy, in the positive. So what do we have faith in? Napoleon Hill's telling us that we have to have, with absolute faith, surround the belief in the thought and the autosuggestion or the affirmation with absolute faith. That's how it will be buried and grow fruit from our subconscious mind. Following the preceded statement, consider the possibility of playing a perfectly legitimate trick on your subconscious mind by making it believe, because you believe it, that you must have the amount of money or the desire you have that you're visualizing, that this money, that this goal is already awaiting your claim, that the subconscious mind must hand over to you the practical plans for acquiring the money which is yours, or the goal which is yours, the desire which is yours. Hand over the thought suggested in the preceding paragraph to your imagination, the other higher faculty, and see what your imagination can or will do to create practical plans for the accumulation of your goal of the money through transmutation of your desire. Do not wait for a definite plan through which you intend to exchange services or merchandise in return for the money you are visualizing, but begin at once to see yourself in possession of the money or the goal, demanding and expecting, meanwhile, that your subconscious mind will hand over the plan or plans you need. Be on the alert for these plans, and when they appear, put them into action immediately. When the plans appear, they will probably flash into your mind through the sixth sense, intuition, a little nudge, a little whisper, something like to do something. So it'll probably flash into your mind through intuition or the sixth sense in the form of an inspiration. This inspiration may be considered a direct telegram or message from infinite intelligence. Treat it with respect and act upon it as soon as you receive it. Failure to do this will be fatal to your success. Wow. I thought about that the other day. True desires of my heart, true desires of your heart, those inspirations, those winds that come in you. I really would love that. That's something I want. Those little desires, the true desires of your heart, big desires that never leave you alone. Doesn't matter how many years pass, doesn't matter how many jobs or relationships you've been in. This is a true desire of your heart, something you've always wanted to accomplish or manifest. When you get those nudges, when those desires come on the screen of your mind or fill your heart or your dreams, don't think of them as just daydreams or fleeting desires. Think of them as orders, marching orders, being given to you. You have no choice. This is an assignment. True desires of your heart are assignments that you have to figure out how to make happen and not stop until you do it. You were given that desire. It's an assignment that you were given. I wasn't given it. Your neighbor wasn't given it. It's your job. And that's why we feel guilty. We don't feel okay when we're not following our heart, our desires. Don't care what anybody else thinks. Shut out the outside world. Your desires are marching orders, and it is for you to fulfill true desires of your heart, not fleeting desires of the ego. I hope that encourages you to do that. As always, if you have any questions, please message me. I will see you tomorrow.